All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. You have tuned in to another edition of Sister's Heart, where I am your host, Kim. I am so excited to be here because this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Remember, you can catch us at www.intellectualradio.com. Some people are maybe even viewing us via Facebook Live, catching us maybe even on iHeart. And if it's all after the fact and you want to go back and you want to get the message again, you can also pick it up on YouTube. We are truly trying to bring an inspirational message to the world. So listen, I'm your host, Kim. I've been out for a couple of weeks, but I am back in the studio today. And as you guys know, I'm picking up pretty much where I left off at. If you follow us on Facebook, meaning Sister's Heart, or even my personal page, then you already know that today's message is going to be reset and recover. Reset and recover. When we think about the new year, we make a whole lot of resolutions. We make all these decisions to be a better person, to be a better me. You know what we say, new year, new me. And so often, I mean, it sounds good, but we fail to we fail to do the necessary work to actually have a new you. And my bishop, I spoke at my church a couple of weeks ago on a Friday night service, and he had given me a word. He gave me a word, a foundational word, which was reset. And I really want to kind of go back and dive into that particular word. I'm not going to preach to anybody today, but I just want to expound on the word reset. I thought about your smart technology, our smartphones. We can do everything now from these little devices. We can make calls, we can actually record videos, we can take pictures, we can store information. There's a lot of things that these little smart devices can do today that we weren't able to do, 10, 15, 20 years ago. But there are times when you have your smart device and you need to reset it. And there's two types, well, actually several, but the two that I want to talk about today, they're necessary. One very well may be a soft reset. A soft reset is something simple. You just turn it off and you turn it back on. It could be because your device is moving slow. It could be because you can't connect to the internet. It could very well be you have to do a soft reset. Your screen is not cooperating with you. I just had to do something like that just a few days ago because my screen had frozen up and it was taking too long for it to kick back in. So I had to do what's called a soft reset. And for the most part, I'm going to say like 20% of us, that's what we need in our life. We need a soft reset. It's not that we have major things going on. We just got some things that we need to have corrected in our lives. So we just need to do a soft reset, right? You started, your change back in 2015. You have momentum now in 2018. So you're fine. I'm talking about that 20%. You're fine. That's all you need is a soft reset. But then we have that 80% category, which I myself fall into. And I'm for sure some of my the followers on Facebook, there's 80% of us that follow in this category where we need what's called a hard reset. And a hard reset is necessary when you think about your device, because your software has been corrupted, right? It's been contaminated, maybe with some viruses. There's some things in there that needs to be removed. There may be some bad applications, and quite frankly, a soft reset just won't cut it. A soft reset won't get you to the necessary change that you need for your smart device. So you have to do a hard reset. And most of us, like I said, that 80% that need that hard reset, that's where we're at in our lives. There's some things that have gone on, that have caused us to be corrupted. There's some things that have gone on that have caused our hearts to be damaged, to cause our hearts to be hurt, to cause us to have animosity and anger towards people. And realistically, that is not where God will want us to be. So we need a hard recovery. We need one of those recoveries where literally what we are feeling and what we are going through is wiped away, and that's what God does. He wipes all of that stuff away from us and takes it off of us when he's giving us a hard reset, when he's telling us that I don't want you to focus on that. I don't want you to remember the things of the past. I want you to press forward. I want you to forget about the past. In us through the working of the Holy Spirit, through the working of love, unconditional love, because love covers. We find ourselves with a hard reset. So we're no longer corrupted, and we're no longer bound, and we're no longer oppressed and depressed. And we're just free. So a hard reset, while it may be an inconvenience, and there may be some people that you may want to hold on to, but you have to let go of, because that's what a hard reset does. A hard resets take that instrument, that smartphone, it takes it back to its original state. And some of us, we need to go back to our original state. The friends that we have, or we think that they're friends. You know what? When you have a hard reset, you have to let some folks go. When there's a hard reset, anything that's not part of that instrument, guess what? It comes off. It falls off. I don't care how long you've had that application on. I don't care how long you've had those pictures in your gallery. When you are performing a hard reset and those items have not been properly stored, they are going to be removed. And that's what needs to happen a lot of times when we think about these relationships. There's some people that just need to be removed. So there needs to be a heart reset, a hard reset when you think about how you manage your money. Something so simple as, you got paid on Friday and you have to pay your bills. You have to pay your mortgage. A lot of times we don't have that discipline, that necessary discipline to say, this is what I have, then this is what I have to do by way of my obligations. Because watch this, that's our integrity. Our integrity is paying what you said you were going to pay. So some of us need a hard reset with our finances, because our mindset has been corrupted around our finances. And this is not to knock anybody, because guess what? I've had to do a hard reset. I've had to look at how I handle and how I manage my money. Am I operating with integrity, or has my mindset been corrupted? So I need a hard reset. And the hard reset is to help you, and it's not to hurt you. So again, this, and like I said, when my pastor gave me this word reset, and I was like, well, Lord, how can I bring that to sister's heart? How can I help somebody? Because that's what we try to do here, is how can I help somebody that may be in a situation where it's either a soft reset or it's a hard reset? How can I carry that word over to sister's heart, to the audience, and to the body of sister's heart? And you know what? The only way to do it is just to say it. The only way to do it is just to say it. Sometimes this is what we need. And when we think about being reset, that reset puts us in a position where we can recover, where you can recover. You turn the device off, have to wait a little while before you turn it back on. What you're doing is allowing that system an opportunity to recover. You have to shut some people down sometimes. Turn off your phone, get off of Facebook, get off of Twitter, shut yourself down so that you can reset and recover. Nobody wants to just reset and then turn around and be the same. It's the resetting is to help us to be better. The resetting is to help us to get our groove back, get our swag right, get our minds right. The resetting is there to put you back in a position where you can recover. So what am I going to recover? Well, you know what needed to be reset? If you're depressed all the time, you understand you're with people that their energy just drains you, and you need to be reset from that situation. Guess what? You're going to recover your joy, right? I talked about your finances. Well, what needs to be reset? Well, my mindset around my finances. Well, then you need to reset so that you can recover financially. You understand? The reset is all that we may recover. It's so that we can recover. If it's in relationship, and then I'm not talking about husbands and wives and boyfriends and girlfriends and baby daddies. No, I'm talking about just your mere friends. Who's in your circle? I love to look at my phone. My phone shows me the top 5 people that I contact on the regular. I love to look at that. And that list of the top 5 people that I call on the regular, realistically, are the ones that I consider my tribe. Those are the ones that are not in my circle, but they're in my inner circle. So sometimes you have people that are there and around you that when you do your reset, you realize, oh, they're not even here for me in the first place. They're not bringing anything that's positive, anything that's good. So you need to reset and recover, not that relationship, but recover mentally for a relationship that's going to benefit you. Because sometimes we're creatures of habit. We just do it because it's comfortable. We're just with them because we don't want to be lonely. We're just talking to them. It's kind of like misery loves company. So I'm miserable, you're miserable, now we're together. No, you need to reset so you can reevaluate, and then you can recover from that relationship that's bringing you down, recover from that job situation. You understand? I'm here at this job, and I know that God is calling me to be an entrepreneur. I know He's calling me to start my own business. I know He's opening up my mind. So I need to reset how I even look at how I handle my finances, how I handle my life, how I handle what it is that I want to do going into the future, going into the next quarter, going into the next month. Reset me so I'm not afraid. Reset me so that I don't fear the unknown, but I'm looking to recover all that God has for me. Because watch this, what God has for you in terms of your ideals, your hopes, and your dreams, it's already inside of you. It's already there. No one's waking up and deciding, oh, this is what it's already there. God is not winging our stories. He's not sitting out here thinking of, oh, yeah, you know what? I think today Kim should write a book. That's what she should do. That's not how God works. You've been predestined from birth. Literally, before you were even in the womb, you were already predestined. God already knew you. He already knew what He had placed inside of you. So when we recover, when we reset and we recover, a lot of times we're just recovering what's already there. We're exposing what's already there because we're getting rid of the corruption. We're getting rid of the things that have caused us to become negative and put on those negative nanny behaviors and those negative nanny mindsets. People that are always complaining. Reset yourself. Get away from them. You understand? Get away from people that are like that. It's that energy. That's where we're going with it. Reset yourself literally so that you can recover in a positive light, not in a negative manner. Because realistically, when you think about a negative manner and a negative mindset, what does it actually gain you? What do you actually get from being negative? What do you actually get from being around negative people? You get nothing, right? It really is nothing. So set yourself up. Set yourself up for recovery. Set yourself up for newness. Set yourself up for being or to be all that God has called you to be. Because realistically, who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want that for themselves? I want that. And more importantly, as a sister, as sister's heart, I want that for you. I want that for the people that are around me. I really want you to reset and recover. Don't be bound and don't be lost. Don't be lost to other people's ideas of who you should be, other people's ideas and opinions of what God is doing in your life. No, you have a relationship with God. And if it's not in order, reset so it can be in order. If your prayer life isn't what you think it should be, just start by having a conversation. I tell people that I talk to God the way that I talk. The way that I speak, and He answers me back. He responds to me. It's not some, lights and flashing cameras and this voice. No, it's none of that. It really, God and I, we were on the same page. Literally, his language is my language. He speaks to me the way that I speak, so that I can understand Him clearly. There's no confusion there. So if you feel like your prayer life isn't where you think it should be because you're listening to someone else, guess what? Reset your mind, because their prayer life and your prayer life may not be called to be the same thing. Your resetting may not necessarily be their resetting. Remember, you have a hard reset and you have a soft reset. You have to figure out, Lord, what do I really need? Do I need something quick, fast, in a hurry? Or do I know in terms of going deeper that I have really been out there? I have really been corrupted. I have really been damaged. And it's okay to say that I've been damaged. I put on Facebook not that long ago, God allowed us to be broken so that we won't be used anymore. You understand? See, when you break something, you don't want to use it anymore. And so often we think that we're broken and that's the end of our story. No, God allowed you to be broken. So the people that are using you won't use you anymore. I'll never forget when I lost my job. I lost so many friends. People that I thought were with me. When I lost my job, the people that are with you, ride or die. What we doing this weekend? Let's go here, let's go there. Those kind of people. But when I lost my job, they stopped calling me. God allows us to be broken because we're being used. And we think that they're our friends. And the moment you're broken, they no longer use you anymore because you no longer serve their purpose. You no longer have value to them. When you lose your value, you will see how quickly people will walk off and lose your number, lose your address. They don't even know how to get to your house. But when you had, they were always there. I'm not going off in a tangent, but what I'm saying is that even in your brokenness, you can recover. Even in your brokenness, you can reset. But when you do it, understand, am I doing a soft reset? Because there's just a few things I need to work out, or am I doing a hard reset? And 80% of us, especially those of us that are in the church, we need a hard reset. We really need to break away with some of those traditions and things that our grandmamas and their grandmama mamas used to do. Because really, what does it have to do with the things of God? A lot of it is nothing. You guys, this is my time. I'm trying to get out of here because I'm trying to get over to the south side. I have a very, very, very busy day today. I love you with the love of God. As always, I want to welcome you to Sister's Heart. I want to thank you for joining us. Again, you can catch us on www.intellectualradio.com. We on iHeartRadio. We're also on Facebook Live, and you can also catch us on YouTube if you need to. Remember, like us on Sister's Heart on Facebook, or you can catch me, Kim Bruno. I'm your sister. You can catch me, Kim Bruno, on Facebook as well to follow us for daily inspiration. That's what we're trying to bring to the people. It's a weekly inspiration on the show so that we can encourage you to reset, recover, do what it is that you need to do so that God can use you, not man, but God use you in the manner that he's calling you to be used. Because understand this much, and we think about how things are going with the president. Realistically, people, it's always been like this. It's always been like this. Donald Trump, sometimes God allows things to happen so we can see it, right? Because a lot of times we don't want to see it. We want to believe that it is, things have gotten better. No, it's always been like this. It has always been like this. Now it's more blatant. And why? Because we've been asleep at the wheel. That's why. You understand? If I let my dog, I got 2 dogs, and if I don't keep my dog, if I don't keep telling her to get off my couch, guess what? She gets on my couch. If I don't keep telling her to get off my couch, she will get on my couch. That's how we are, the nature of man. We've stopped saying what it is that we want. We've stopped saying what it is that we need because guess what? We were comfortable. I look at the dog. She's 15 years old. I don't allowed her to get comfortable. So now who cares? I'm gonna sit on the couch. Who cares? So that's all it is. We're just being really a product of what we've actually designed, and we've designed it, unintentionally. So nevertheless, this is Sister's Heart, where we stream live on IntellectualRadio.com. I am your host. I'm your girl. I'm your sister. It's Kim B. Love somebody today. Love yourself, but more importantly, love somebody today. And I'm not talking about loving them for the purposes of getting something, right? I'm talking about genuinely love them where you are concerned about their well-being. You're concerned about their mind, their heart, their spirit. Love them to that level. I will see you all next week. God is willing, and say the same. And you are always invited to my church at 8001 South Ashland Avenue, where my pastor is the Bishop C.L. Johnson, and his lovely wife, Lady Tabitha Johnson, will love on you so that you may recover and be restored. It's Restoration Tabernacle. I will see you all. Oh, service starts at 12:30. I will see you all next week, and holler at me if you need me. Love you. I got